Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for the Arsenal Gossip column and our preview to the 2021-2022 season. I've got Tiho back with us. How are you, mate?
I'm doing quite decent, thanks for asking.
And I've got Charlie back on SFeatleyTV.
Yes, sir.
Yes, how are
Feels
you,
good,
man?
man. I'm good. I'm happy to be back. Feels like home.
Wicked. I'm glad to have you back on. So we're gonna go through obviously like Arsenal as well, and just like how we're preparing for the season. We just
Mhm.
had your show, and obviously we mentioned about the start of the season. How are you feeling initially going towards it, Marlon?
Uh, man, I don't like being too pessimistic just because I don't want to go crazy, but it's not looking good, is it? It hasn't been looking good for a while now, and it really is miserable being an Arsenal fan right now, man. It doesn't look like we have a way out. Like unless something miraculous happens and Stan Kroenke actually sells, like we need to have like a huge change of heart in our ownership for us to go anywhere. It doesn't like I want to hold on to some hope that we're gonna be bringing in some exciting midfielders that we're gonna be able to compete with the best teams, maybe finish fifth, which I think like it's the ceiling for us. Like I it's not possible for us to bring in any players that could bring us any higher than fifth place, but. Yeah, man, we'll just wait and see. Right now, I'm not too excited. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, Tiho, do you share the same feeling?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, based on the current squad, I'm not looking forward to it at all. Like, I think we need at least three more signings, maybe even four.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
at least three more signings. We got Say as well in the building. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad.
Good,
Not too
man.
bad.
Good.
I'll put the same question to you. Say, how do you feel going into the season?
How are you going into the season?
Yeah,
Wow,
going into the what?
He answers by asking the same question
Yeah,
again. Like just his tone, you can understand what he's gonna say.
well, if we finished eighth last season and we bought one player for the first 11, I think that says it all. I'm not happy at all. We haven't learned from previous mistakes by making sure that we are ready for the first game of the season. Instead, we are doing as we always do. We wait too long. We don't buy enough. We don't buy good enough, and we we look like we're gonna finish on and around that place. And let's not forget that teams like Aston Villa and Leicester are doing very good windows. So
Yeah.
if we are not careful, we might even finish lower down.
yeah. I hear that definitely. But first, also make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Join the membership as well. It's as little as $1.99 a month. Uh, and if you're a warrior above, you'll get like members polls, members streams, right? From a fighter above, you get priority for being a fighter, you get priority comments. But yeah, from as little as $1.99 does help raise money for charity every uh, week. Um, yeah, but I mean, my personal self, I don't feel confident either. I must say, I don't feel very confident at all going into the season. And but that's just me. Yeah. By the way, also Thursday is I'll put it for Thursday the audit stream where we've raised £67 this month. So 80% of that will go to the charity. So big up to everyone that's helped do that, which is just by watching, being part of the membership scheme or anything like that. It does mean a lot to us. So yeah, I am also not been commenting much. No worries, Jade. Top six is the minimum aim for Arsenal. I'd scrap both the FA Cup and the League Cup if I were you guys. Would you agree with that, Marley?
What does he mean by that? Like
Just
that we should
focusing on top
focus on?
six.
Oh, yeah, man. That's the attainable objective we can seek. That's the thing. Like sure, King Said is absolutely right. We have two teams that already look better than us last season and that are improving more than us in Villa and Leicester. You have other dangerous teams like Everton as well. They tend to improve at a higher pace than us. But we should be looking to finish fifth or sixth, yes, and we should be looking to have good cup runs as well. It's all we can do this season, really.
Yeah, I hear that. What do you say to that? Do you agree with that?
Sorry, my mic was on mute. Yeah, I think with the squad we have, if we were to finish higher than six, it would be a big achievement.
It would.
As bad as that sounds, we just have to be realistic. What we can do is demand more.
Do you want to turn that up a
players.
little bit, mate? 'Cause we're struggling to hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me more now?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what we can do is demand more, demand better players, because this is not good enough. We're gonna struggle even more this season if we don't improve the first 11.
Yeah, I hear that.
I mean, I do want to talk on that. I don't think, even if we don't bring anyone else, I don't think Arsenal is going to be doing worse. Maybe position wise in the league, yes, maybe so because other teams are improving more. But I think we're going to be playing slightly better football because most of our talent, most of our excitement comes from young players that they're going to gradually improve anyway. So chances are we're going to be seeing a slightly better Kieran Tierney, a slightly better Saka, a slightly better ESR. But that's not to say I'm not frustrated and that I don't think we should demand better because we should be demanding a lot better than this.
Of course we should. I mean, Tiho, what do you say?
I think he said he's going to be right back. I think he's not
Okay.
here right now.
Right. So,
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
well, so what do you say? Do you agree with that earlier statement that we should just be focusing on top six, or should we be challenging more than that?
Top six is the most realistic thing we can aim for, I reckon. But I would not scrap the FA Cup and League Cup entirely because, they're still trophies that can get you into Europe. And if top six fails, then you've got nowhere to go. So I wouldn't scrap FA Cup entirely. But the main focus, top six, yes.
I gotta be honest. I don't hold the Carabao Cup in any regards. I mean, I think you gotta be a Spurs fan to celebrate that title. But the FA Cup, I'm totally with you. I think we should be fighting really hard to have a good cup run in that one. But the Carabao Cup, it's nice for us to stay in that competition for as long as we can, for us to play our younger players, right? Like for Aziz to get more minutes, Balogun to get more minutes. It's important to stay in these competitions.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Xhaka signed a new contract with you. Your board must see something the rest of the football world don't see. What a garbage footballer. Not a fair point. Fifth, sixth of who though? It's hi Dan. Hi.
Xhaka is not trash.
He is trash.
He's
not trash.
He's one of our best midfielder last season.
And that says our shit on midfielders.
He's a decent.
Or he's just been good.
He's a decent Premier League midfielder, and we should be going for something better. That's the thing. He's just a regular, good midfielder.
Steve, would you sell him for 12 million?
I wouldn't sell it. I'd sell it for 12 million. Yeah, I would.
You can get way more out of him. You can get.
I'd sell him for 50p, mate.
No,
Come
I'd
on,
sell him.
come
I'd sell him
on.
for
Can't
anything
stand
too,
him.
man.
Can't stand
Because his relationship with the fan base is just non-existent. It's horrible.
no, it's just
but
It's a player.
for me. It's just no. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one
The
one at a
guy's
time.
the guy's been pathetic as a footballer. Sorry,
dude,
I
it's
I feel more comfortable Nenny there than actually Xhaka there.
I do too. I do too because El Neni doesn't try anything, so he's not going to be messing up. Xhaka,
That's
he
the
tries and he does have mistakes in him. I'm just saying, it's Hector Bellerin last season. That's a horrible player right there. Xhaka, it's just like Xhaka's just not a big deal. That's the thing.
Big deal. He's made the most mistakes out of any footballer since he's turned up.
Is it fair
In
to
the Premier
say,
League.
But he's also our best progressive
How is
Steven.
passer
that
in this.
acceptable?
Stephen, is it fair to say, if we were to sell Granite for 15 million pound, and let's say we go and buy Sabitzer, who we can get for similar amount, is it fair to say that he would at least improve us just by not making as many mistakes, not getting red card, not giving away penalties?
All right, 1 second, because Sabitzer is a much better player than Xhaka. I like him a lot better than I like Xhaka, but they don't play in the same position though.
Well, this season he did play as a deep lying midfielder for Leipzig.
Yeah, but don't you think that's more to do with the playing style? I don't think he's stronger than Xhaka defensively.
Well, that's why we play with a double pivot.
That's a fair point.
So I would say, let's say we were to play with Sabitzer and Thomas Partey in the middle. Surely that would improve us as a team.
Yes,
I
but
just
we're not
feel
gonna
like-
sign Sabitzer.
And we have a player who can drive the ball into the final third, who can put the through ball and help us with creativity, so it won't just be like Smith Rowe.
You don't think that a double pivot with Sabitzer and Partey limits Partey too much? I feel like he's not going to be able to show how good of a player he is because he's going to have to be too defensive if his midfield partner is Sabitzer.
Guys,
I
Well,
agree.
I think that he's too defensive now with Xhaka. You see, I think if you've seen when he plays with El Neni, he goes more forward than when he plays with Xhaka. They almost
Yeah,
play beside each other.
Yeah, because El Neni's more defensive.
Yeah. So what because for me, it's like the reason why I think we don't go for Bissouma because Arteta doesn't want to play with a number 6. He wants to play
Yeah.
with a floating system. So he wants to play with 2 double pivots who, if let's say if Partey go deep, the other one goes forward. If the other one goes deep, Partey goes forward.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I would want a more mobile player than Granite.
The guy stuck in quicksand guy is
Fair
so
play,
fucking
fair play.
slow. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up Luca. Where are you, man? Get on in, man. Can I have a background? Mate, you need to get a green screen first. That's what you need to do first. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal, as usual, are never prepared going into a new season. They never are. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And so I'm not surprised. Your Arsenal fan expectations of your midfielders gone downhill. You have players like Vieira, Gilberto Silva, and you're going to tell me Xhaka he's got a point actually. He's got a
Please,
fair
no.
point.
He doesn't have a point because you're
doesn't.
never gonna hear me say that Xhaka is good. He's not a horrible footballer like people make him to be. He's just not good. He's not good enough for
Compared
us.
to what we've had there, man, he's a horrible footballer.
Yes,
Sure,
but
sure. Yeah, if you compare him to
Compared to
Vieira and Gilberto Silva,
That's what
yes.
he's doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Compared
the
to-
problem is, our manager doesn't want to sell Xhaka. If it was up to us, we would have sold him. At least I would. It's just for the fact that he doesn't even want to be there. I have the mindset if a player wants to go, let him go, no matter who he is. Especially if it's a player that doesn't improve us. So we've been stuck where we are because Granite is Granite. He give you, let's say, if you
He
38
turns
games
like
of a
fucking
season,
granite.
he give you 10 good games, give you 10 okay games, give you 10 very bad games, and then he's probably suspended for the other ones because of too many yellow cards, a couple of red cards, and so
You guys
Yeah,
don't
but
think the Xhaka situation? I really feel like we should wait until the end of the transfer
I,
season to decide if we're gonna get frustrated with that or not. Because if Xhaka staying means that we're not gonna be buying another center midfielder, I'm fuming. I'm
yeah,
fuming. That's so frustrating. That gets me pissed off. But if he's just staying because no one wanted to pay 17 million, which for me it's a fair price for Shaka. That's not a lot of money for him.
I
It's a
agree.
fair amount of money, and if that's why we're not selling him and we bring in someone else so that Xhaka becomes a squad player, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Part of me is fine with Arsenal not accepting peanuts for their players just because acting like a big club. But that I'll have to wait and see if we're gonna be investing in a midfield despite of that. That's the
I
thing.
agree. I agree with you. 12 million is too lit. I mean, you can't get 30 million out of Shaka, for example, but 12 million you could get more. Come on.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's worth more than that.
Yeah,
Because even the cheaper options that we have, I know Said mentioned Sabitzer, but I think Arsenal looks at Sabitzer as a number 10 option, not as a number 6 or a number 8. So we're looking at players that are going to be costing at the very least 30 million. And because we have to invest in other positions as well, we got to sell Xhaka for at least half of that.
yeah. And it's like no club wants to pay the money up front for any of our players because like Inter Milan, it's just 15 million for Bellerin, was it? And then they just want a loan with options to buy.
Yeah.
It's because the financial situation in Italy. I can see that, but no other club wants to pay the money up front for our players.
No one wants to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little mind-boggling, actually. No one wants to, like, no one makes an offer for Torreira, for, like, even Guendouzi having to go on loan. Dude, why did no one buy Guendouzi? He's a young, exciting player. I
It's
don't
like
get
from
it.
a spoiler.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, and I think we will sell Torreira because he's still in Madrid. He's actually still in Madrid with Atletico Madrid with the Atletico Madrid shirt on. So I think we're gonna sell him.
I don't think Atletico is going to be spending money in Torreira, man. Maybe we'll loan him out again,
Probably not.
but
Yeah, but the fact that he's still not returned from his holiday, he's still in Madrid and everything, it's not the right mindset, I'd say.
I think if Atletico spends any money in Arsenal, they're probably going to be coming after Lacazette, not Torreira.
Yeah.
You've gone blurry, Steven.
This fucking camera.
Oh, wow!
There you go.
Something special is happening there.
Don't even go there.
He's become a ghost.
For fuck's sake! Why is it not working? What's work for every fucking every other bloody? What do you say with I mean, obviously the centre midfield's our biggest problem.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Centre mid's our biggest problem at the moment.
Yeah,
I agree.
We need someone in centre midfield. Simple as that, don't we? So, like, I mean, we mentioned it on your show just earlier, Marley. Who would you say we need to get? Biggest of all, we need to get.
yeah. I mean, that's that. I'm gonna repeat pretty much what I said there, but please, if you have the time, do watch that show because it was a fun show.
It was cool.
I think we need a center mid, partner, for sure. My favorite one, my personal option, would have been Bruno Guimarães from Lyon. When we wanted him from Atlético Paranaense when he was still playing in Brazil, I was going nuts. Like I was celebrating in advance. I ended up jinxing Arsenal. We didn't get him. He's a good player. I think he's going to be cheaper than most of the other options. He's younger. He's the youngest option I think we're looking at. But like I said, we can't really go wrong with all the names we've been linked with. Other than Zakaria, who I said like he's a good player. I like Borussia Mönchengladbach. I follow them. He's a good player. He's one of their better players. But he plays alongside Xhaka in Switzerland, and Xhaka seems to be the most impressive player. So I wouldn't go after him. But Bissouma, Ruben Neves, Bruno Guimarães, Locatelli, he'd be amazing too. All of these options, they'd be so good. They'd be so good. You can't go wrong.
Can I ask you something about Bruno? Because I like him. I think he's a very good player.
Yeah.
I think he struggled a bit this year with Lyon, but in his first season, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he would give us something that we are missing.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he plays quite deep, he's very good at getting the ball into the final third. He's very good on the ball, which I like. But he also doesn't mind, he has that kind of street ball in him. If he needs to play dirty, he'll play dirty, if you understand.
Yeah.
And I like that about him. I think I wanted him before he went to Lyon, but I think we didn't have money then, so we couldn't buy him.
Yeah. He's the whole package for us, man. When you're talking about midfielders, he's great at taking the ball forward. Like he's got great control of the ball. He's got a lot of strength as well. He's got, like you said, he's got a bite in him as well. He's great defensively. He's great going forwards. He's pretty much like, you can't go wrong, really. Like people should be spending a lot of money in Lyon right now because all of their players are for sale for pretty much 30 mil.
Yeah.
And there's a good few of them that are worth that money.
Yeah. I agree.
I'd be a lot more excited if we got Odegaard or Madison, but if we ended up getting Aouar and Bruno on top of that, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, I watched Brazil at the Olympics today, and Bruno Guimarães was excellent.
He's so good. Yeah, he's been playing well with Douglas Luiz as well from Aston Villa.
Yeah. Douglas Luiz is another good Brazilian midfielder.
Yeah,
that's doing good for Villa. I mean, we need to improve in that central midfield. If you look at all the teams that finished above us, they have better central midfielders than we do, and we haven't bought anyone for the first 11, so that worries me.
Absolutely.
Martinelli also scored today. He scored in the penalty shootout for Brazil.
Yeah. So, I mean, where do you see? How do you? Here's the thing, and we asked this earlier. How long do you think Arteta will last as manager? I don't think it'll last very long at all.
I'd say give him until December, finish at least top 6, maybe top 5. Like, if he finishes, or if he's below top 6 in December, he should be out.
I agree with that. I think he's gonna be safe if he's around top 6, and I think he should be inside the top 6 to keep his job. But that's not how Arsenal usually rolls. But guys, I'm gonna have to go. So that was my last comment. But thank you so much for having me here, Steven. I'm gonna be in more streams from now on.
No worries, man. Glad to have you back on.
All right,
Glad
guys.
to have you back, man.
All right, cheers.
Bye, man, and good luck in your class.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care, yeah? So, yeah, we got Luca from This
No,
Is
I'm
Liverpool
here.
Live.
You all right?
How are you, mate?
Thanks, by the way. I like the background, mate.
Yeah, it was working. It was working for once.
You pretty much used got a picture from it and used the background, so it's easy to do. But yeah,
It's not really because it's still fucking hot. Just trying to keep it that way.
Just get a picture from Google and just save it. And then, yeah.
Yeah, but Talk's going to work on a studio for us.
Oh,
He's going to make it a little better than what I'm
Are
making.
you going to a studio?
No, he's going to make it.
Oh, okay.
Just make it as a background. You project it
He's
onto.
so good at it, isn't he?
But how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I hope you're well, man. And thanks for coming on my stream yesterday. And then
Yeah, no worries. No worries. So we're just going through about Arsenal and sort of what they're looking for at the start of this season, what their main target is. What would you say? I mean, James in the chat mentioned it earlier. Should Arsenal just focus on getting top 6 and not worry about anything else?
You know what? Right. Exactly the same what I said before in the past, and I say it again. I think we need to focus on getting back into Europe, right? We need to get players who come in, right, that can get us back into Europe. We need to get into the top 6 first. Never mind about the top 4. Yes, top 4 will be very, very nice to get. 5 years without Champions League football. But I think it's best if we get Europa League. I think Europa League, you've seen it. We got to a semi-final and a final, yeah? So technically, we're quite suited for the Europa League. And when you win Europa League, you have a bit of squad and depth. So I think it's best if we push and try and finish 6th, something like that. And would you take 6th? For me, I'll take it. I take it. And for me,
I'll get back into Europe. Yeah,
we get back into Europe. But hopefully we move on to the next forward is get into the top 4. We can't just be going backwards and going to 1. But for me, we need, as Macy said, she makes a very good point. I think we need a striker and we need a midfield alongside Thomas Partey. Like reports going today that apparently Chris Wheatley has said that James Maddison, we've actually apparently we're going to put a bid in for James Maddison. Whether we have
there's also coming out of Arsenal that we're in advanced talks with Latour and Martinez.
Yes, and you haven't asked me about this striker, about if he's good or not. So technically, you know what?
Because it's conflicting reports at the minute. 1 minute saying they're in talks, 1 minute saying it's
can't afford both of them. We can't afford both of them.
Yeah, we can.
We can't win. Why would he want to come? We're not in the Champions League.
Yeah, we can. We can afford.
Why would
Don't tell me Arsenal can't afford. Right?
But
don't tell me Arsenal can't afford both.
So if you're saying that then, and I said we can go and get Bazuma, Max Allen.
I'm not getting Bazuma. This is the point, because we're not getting that sort. We're not getting that sort of player when they've got multiple bigger clubs interested in them.
Martinez doesn't.
The thing is, if we're still a big club, then we need to start acting like a big club. People might say that we're not a big club anymore. Yeah, I get that. But if you're saying that, right, okay, we can go and get James Maddison and Martinez, then that's a good chance of getting into the top 6. But you really think, right, Stan Kroenke's come out and said yesterday that apparently AFTV have reported it, saying that they've got 100 million to spend. Yeah, we've got 100 million. So you think we can get those two for 100 million? 77 million for Martinez. Maddison's what? 60, 70? That adds up to about 117 million. You sell the 17 million, you get rid of one of
130 odd million, mate.
Yeah, 130, sorry. So 130. Where are we going to get 137 million from?
Yeah, because there's a little thing called our reserves, mate. We've got more reserves than any other club in world football.
Yeah. So
Arsenal can't afford it if we wanted to. We can. This is why we're sat there moaning all the time. We don't spend it.
He's not going to give you 130 million.
We don't need to. We make it out of our own club.
100 million he's given us, right? You end up.
You don't tell me Arsenal, not Kroenke, Arsenal have not got 130 million in their pocket. They have. We just don't spend it.
You really think he's going to go out and spend that sort of money? Maddison, there's a chance of getting. I can't see it happening. I'm not just saying.
If the board would let us.
They're not going to let us, aren't they? So
we don't know yet.
Neither of the players are going to be those money in France.
Look, mate, I'm being realistic. I still think he won't go to Arsenal. Like
Martinez, do you want me to ask my thoughts on Martinez? Do you want me to ask my thoughts on Martinez?
Go on.
I think he's a good player. I don't know much about him, but what I will say is he's a good player, but I'll take him. But my only issue is, here we go. My only issue is where we're going to play him, okay? Because Lacazette, are we going to get rid of Lacazette?
Yes.
No.
Probably.
No. Get
No,
rid of
say Martinez.
Aubameyang
He's a
and
good
play
player.
him.
I don't know much about him, but I've heard he's a good player.
No, because then when he gets injured, who have we got to replace? Aubameyang?
Aubameyang,
Rely on him.
you start Martin, whatever his bloody name is. You start him.
But I would play Martinez.
Martinez.
And I would have Martinez and Lacazette.
And play Aubameyang on the bench. Then you can
get rid of him.
No, I'll have him on the bench.
No,
He's
get
better-
rid of him.
Mate,
Get
he's
rid of
better than Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah is dog shit.
No.
They're both shit.
No. Hold on. At what point are we playing Aubameyang in the middle? I ain't playing Aubameyang in the middle.
We played him on the wing against Chelsea. I was at the game.
That's the point. I'd get rid of him and I'd use Martinelli on the left or Pepe on the left.
But what if Martinelli has injuries?
If we get Martinez in, there is no reason that we need our Aubameyang.
Martinez is better than Aubameyang. I get that, but still, I think I'd rather keep Aubameyang as a squad player. I'd keep him as a backup player because
No,
I think
he's
he'd
not
be
going to
good
accept that.
I think he'd be good enough as a backup.
He's not going to. It's not. At what point Aubameyang, as a captain of Arsenal, is going to accept that? No hell way. He will sit there and go, "No, you don't." He'll just say, "No, let me go." Then
This is another.
can't keep him there as a squad player.
And you're going to get rid of the guys on 250 grand a week or whatever how much he's on, whatever how much he is. Yeah.
Well,
How are you going to get rid of a guy like that? 32 years old, right? Earning the highest salary at the club.
But we're not going to do. We're not. As simple as that. We're not going to be able to keep him as a squad player. Simple.
That's what I would do if I was.
Not since he's been one of the best strikers in world football.
But imagine if you keep him as a backup, he's better than Ed. Yeah, but
He's
Martinelli
not a
gets injured.
backup.
Yeah, I know,
He's
but
not a
Martinelli
backup.
gets injured. Martinelli gets injured. It's not just because
He's
of
not
our
a backup.
training method. It's Martinelli gets injured, right?
But he's not a backup.
Yeah, but he
He's
can
not.
play as a backup.
Yeah, but you will not accept that.
Do a
He
poll.
won't accept it.
Do a
Hang
poll.
on, you can't. No, you can't keep a player and expect him to accept as him being a backup when he's been captain of this club
What makes you
and a
think
talisman
guys on
of this club.
250 grand a week?
You cannot expect that of him. He will tell you, "Fuck off." That's what he'll say. Fuck off. Get lost. I'll buy my contract out. That's how much he'll do it. He'll say, "I'll buy it out."
He only
won't
signed that
accept it.
contract. Yeah, but Aubameyang only signed that contract. At the time, we didn't expect he was going to be like this. No single Arsenal fan, right, on this stream, right, or any other podcast stream, right,
No, I do know a few that did wanted to sell him.
What makes you think they wanted to sell him? Because at the time, he was scoring goals. He won us the FA Cup.
Because he was 31.
We were desperate and we were crying out loud for him to sign a contract. I was one of those fans who I didn't expect him to sign the contract, but he did. He only signed that contract because we won the FA Cup. He wanted to see ambition from last season.
He was promised ambition and he didn't get it.
But he didn't get it, okay? So technically, he's going to stay because who would want to pay that sort of money for a 32-year-old? You know any other club, right? You might be lucky to get one club, to pay that sort of money for a 32-year-old, right, on 250 grand a week, Know any other Premier League club? People might say, right, we need a striker here. We might have to get Aubameyang, right, for short term, right? Might show on his day he could be good. But can Aubameyang end up getting back to his best? His capability, he can. Whether it comes down to Arteta, whether he needs to be coached at the right time, maybe it's confidence. I still believe, right, I have my doubts on Aubameyang, and I'm still going to stick with it. I'll give him until January. But if we get Martinez in, then I wouldn't mind if Aubameyang goes, in my opinion. Because I'll be like, Martinez, fair play. He's a better backup. He's a better upgrade.
I just said if we get Martinez in, Aubameyang needs to go.
Depends. It all depends. It all depends if he hits the ground.
That's what I just said, though. I just said that.
We'll see what
90% of players
I still love Aubameyang, man. I still love Aubameyang. I know he's.
I know every
I
Arsenal
am
fan.
getting
Trust
my
me,
peak.
I love the Aubameyang, but I'm sorry, right? Great things come to an end. It's not good enough.
But what if he goes?
Football is not supposed to be a nice game.
Yeah, but you've seen Lewandowski, 32 years old, banging the goals in. Yeah,
That's so
Yeah,
different.
that's
though.
Lewandowski. That's you can't compare.
Banging the goals. You've seen other strikers that sort of Zlatan
But
Ibrahimovic.
you can't.
41 years
Yeah,
old.
but that's different. You can't compare it. You can't.
They're better footballers than Aubameyang.
Yeah, they've got more of their game
What's
than
the
them.
better strikers than Aubameyang?
Right?
Maybe Aubameyang doesn't suit the style of Arsenal. Maybe we don't have.
suit Arteta's
Maybe
plans. We've known that.
Aubameyang has lost pace now. Yeah, he's not that guy what he was about 2 or 3 years ago at Arsenal when he hit the ground running. Yeah. So technically, he's a guy who relies on pace. Yeah, he's a guy who needs service. He's one of those strikers now these days. Now this time, present of time, he's one of those strikers, right, who say, "Go on, give me the ball. I'll try and put it in the back of the net."
And he doesn't anymore.
Look. I'm saying this for the last time. Right? He does not suit what Arteta wants. He doesn't suit what Arteta wants, which is playing in behind, running off the last man. Right? Lacazette produces more than Aubameyang because he's got more of his in his game. Right? It takes us fucking ages to try to create a chance and multiple fucking patterns of play. Right? Aubameyang's no good at that. Right? He's a guy that you would want him to break away and beat a goalkeeper 1-on-1. Right? Well, I'm sorry, he ain't got the pace for that. That's why last season he was shit. Right? That is why Lacazette was better than Aubameyang. This is why I'm saying if we brought Martinez in, he replaces Aubameyang, you get rid of Aubameyang.
Martinez is better than Aubameyang. You've seen it. You've been banging the goal three into Milan.
Exactly.
23 years old, or whatever how old he is.
Exactly.
Young.
You can't say that yet.
I would say it, to be fair.
You can't say that yet because Aubameyang's been there longer. He's scored more goals.
Why don't you ask these Arteta inner wannabes and ask them and see who would you keep? Why don't you do a poll on Twitter?
I don't want to ask the Arteta wannabes, to be honest, mate, because they'll probably think Arteta's the greatest since sliced bread. So I don't really want to ask them anything, to be honest, just for my own sanity. Connor, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I was all right. Green screen's working. It was working, but it's gone now. So.
You need to get a green screen like Lee Gunner. That's what you need.
I've got a green screen.
Yeah, but lighting
it just ain't got the light in.
That's how you get views.
No, don't have to be. Lee Gunner spent ages without.
It costs a lot of money. They cost a lot of money anyway. It's done. I think it's like 20 quid or something like that.
Cost me 30 quid. This did. Simple.
And it's not working. You've been scammed.
Yeah, I just need better lighting in the kitchen. This needs to be an LED light up there. Once get an LED light,
you should buy one of those, right? Spotlight things.
Yeah, the ring light thing.
Yeah.
No. You can replace like the normal fitting lights to an LED one.
Hey, look at my light.
It's not. Well, I'll get it. It'll be sorted anyway. But anyway, Connor, how are you, man?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I was just listening to what you're all saying.
I know. Smash the like button, everyone. But your debate of this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think Martinez is coming to the club, right? To be honest, but it is positive if Arsenal are inviting talks with him, right? If that is true. But I've only just read that off like a title, so I didn't really get to see the context. But they are interested in, and it's not just paper talk. So I want to hear your opinion. If we get Martinez, does that mean Aubameyang goes?
Yeah, on the situation of Martinez, I don't think he's going to come to Arsenal purely because I think Lukaku's leaving because Chelsea are in for him, and they ain't going to lose both. I also think that if Martinez was to come, I I don't see how Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Martinez are all going to play. So one of them has to go. Most likely will be Lacazette because Aubameyang only signed a new deal this time last summer. And also, I don't know how he's the captain most days, which I still think stupid. On the subject of if you don't get Martinez, which I don't think you will, I think the best thing, I've always said it, is you play Aubameyang and Lacazette together up front. Not just putting Aubameyang out wide or dropping Lacazette. Their partnership, once they're, we know what good friends they are. They know each other like the back of their own hands. I think if you want to get the best out of them, you've got a good combination of pace, holding up the ball, both players offer different things, which is why they complement each other so well. But of course, Arteta ain't going to play two up top. He's very stubborn. He's going to play Aubameyang out wide. But I think if you were to play two up top, I think that could give more license for Martinelli to come into the lineup, which is what I want, which is what I think Arsenal fans should want. I love Martinelli. And Saka still gets to play on the other wing. So, look, it's questions and questions, isn't it, for Arsenal? There's a lot of questions, but there's no answers. I mean, there are answers, but there's a lot of them. So, I think the best thing for Arsenal is to get rid of either Aubameyang or Lacazette. But who's going to take them? That's the first thing, because the wages that they're both on. And does Aubameyang really want to leave? No, because he just signed a new deal, and he's on a bumper contract. And with Lacazette, I think he's settled. I mean, I could see him leaving, but Arsenal will probably demand like a £25 million fee for him or something stupid like that.
Sorry,
So
Connor, just gotta step in. Big up, Chris, for becoming a member, man. Really do appreciate it. Carry on, Connor.
yeah, no, I think the dilemma for Arsenal. I mean, you even look at Nketiah. What's he still doing there? I mean, he ain't good enough. There's a lot of players Arsenal have to get out, not just in the attacking department, but everywhere on the pitch. Keeping Xhaka's, I think, an absolute disgrace.
Our wage builds are fuck. Do you know what? The whole thing with the midfielder option, right? The centre midfield we've given up with, to be honest. And what I would like to see at least is keep Willock. At least. But
Willock ain't going to play. And where is he going to play?
I know he won't play because he doesn't give a fuck about the youth at all. Right? We've seen that quite clearly. The only time we use the youth is when he's a bailout. Love the members badge. No worries, man. All right, big up talk for that. Yeah. So yeah, it depends. It depends how you guys.
Look, Stephen, I'll say this now.
Aubameyang needs to go, man. He needs to go. He's not good enough anymore. He needs to move on, and we can't keep him there as backup for some new player that comes in. Simple as that. So,
look, I'll be honest with you, Stephen. Right, my friend's a massive Arsenal fan, and I was talking to him. I remember I talked to him yesterday, but I talked to him a couple of weeks ago, and we were saying, I said to him, well, who do you want out of the club? And he said, Xhaka, all of the usual people you'd expect to leave the club that you don't want, so Xhaka, Willian, Yeah. And when the news came out that Xhaka's going to sign a new deal, he's like, you know what, maybe Xhaka will be really good, The reason why he's done that, by the way, I forgot to tell you, he is so far up Arteta's arse, it's unreal. So in his mind, he thinks, well, if he's good enough for Arteta, that means it's good enough for Arsenal.
What you need to do, all he needs to do is pull his head out of his arse and start seeing the truth.
Do you know what? Honestly, the amount of time I've explained to him so many times, and I feel they target. I feel like Arsenal, and not just Arsenal, but a lot of clubs. The problem with what I call social media fans, whereas obviously you've been brought up in a generation of a lot of social media, is that you see a lot of different opinions on there, and it's very easy to get roped in. For when someone who's quite popular on Twitter says one thing, you believe them, because that's the way social media goes. And they're a big part of it. You know, so you see some of these big names who are either on fan channels or or a famous or a former player maybe who's only likes Arteta only because he gets an executive box at the Emirates. And everyone's like, well, if he's good enough for Lee Dixon or good enough for Keown or whatever, he's good enough for me. It shouldn't work like that. You have your own opinion. They're doing it for a reason because they get invited to VIP parties and they get their own boxes. It's stupid. The problem is there's a lot of things holding Arsenal back. Dead without the club. The fans are a big problem. It's such a divided fan base. And with all these social media fans.
Oh my life! You don't get me wrong, right? No. I even go on like YouTube, right? When they go, we want Cronky out, right? But I'll promote the new shirts. What one do you want, guys? Members, what ones do you want, man? Right? All my subscribers, I'll put it on my community tab. I'll put on my community posts, right? The new shirt saying, oh, what one would you choose, guys? Right? Leave a comment in the comments below, right? And I'm sitting there like, I won't buy any of them because I want them out. He was like, and then they go, they like your reply, and they go, oh, but what have we got Maddison? Couldn't give a fuck.
One player's
We could get fucking Mbappe. I couldn't care. We could get Mbappe. I couldn't care. Right? I don't care. Conky out no matter what. If the Man United fans could sit there and go for a protest after buying Sancho and Varane, why can't we do the same? Why is it the same energy?
Because our fan base is ass.
Because you're a bunch of plastics, right? You're a bunch of fucking hypocrites, right? You give it all this about Kroenke, but you don't back it up. If you're saying you're not buying anything for the club and you're not spending any more money on it, see it through. This is why I've not done a watch-along on any pre-season game because of subscription. This is why I will not do any watch-along. Right, that means I've got to pay money to the club to watch it. End of.
I don't know if you've noticed this year, right, Stephen, but Arsenal, Man United, they brought out some beautiful kits, right? Home and away, beautiful kits.
Manchester United.
I love that away kit. I like the look of that away kit. I want it.
And
right?
the Kroenkes and Glazers must be sitting there thinking, we've had all this Super League crap. I mean, Man United especially, they bought in Varane and Sancho. Yes, the fans are actually might be on our side, and we've got these beautiful new away shirts. The attention's off us now. Same with the Glazers. They brought in Ben White, that Tavares, Martinez might be coming, and Maddison might be coming and whatnot. Plus all the, the people, the attention. No one's talking about the Kroenkes now. Where all these protests gone? What was the point of doing that protest? Honestly, what was the point?
This is the thing, and I said this on Sunday.
You know why they all came on? It's all the YouTubers that have come on. And they're sitting there like, oh yeah, look, this is a turning point in Arsenal. Right, we're not standing for this anymore. Right, I saw all the interviews afterwards, and then when afterwards, it's like, oh right, what's the next protest? Well done, guys.
Right?
Well done, guys, for getting to a European semi-final and fucking our season up, and so we have to rely on that to get in the Champions League or stay in Europe at all.
Stephen, can I say something quickly? What? Sorry. But no, as I was saying.
Hi.
Oh yeah, sorry, static.
Hi, Stephen. Hi, everyone. I'm only waiting for 2 or 3 minutes to say something.
Yeah, I'm sorry, static, man. I'm just so vexed. I get so vexed so easily, so I do apologise, man.
Listen, I totally agree with everything you're saying, Stephen.
Can I say something?
Can I say something? Well said, man. Well said.
Look, I'm not.
Hi, everyone.
If people can sit there saying I'm real, I'm a real one.
I didn't want to interrupt. Sorry.
If you're being a real one,
yeah, but the thing is, right? When I went on Sunday,
look. If you're saying you're being a real one,
carry on.
You want to say, if you're saying you're being a real one, and you want to say you're not spending any money in your club because you want the Kroenkes out,
big up Connor, by the way.
Do it then. Don't buy the shirt.
Hold on.
Don't do this. Don't do that.
Let me finish. Yeah. Sorry, but as I was saying, right? When I went on Sunday,
just say big up everyone in the live chat? Sorry, carry on.
Right. When I went on Sunday, right? Literally, I was saying to Arsenal Alex, right? I met up with him on Sunday. We both went to the game, and I was saying, right? What's the point doing that protest, right? We did that protest on back on the 23rd of May against Brighton, And then suddenly we buy Ben White, we buy Lukonga, we buy Nuno Tavares, right? And then we end up literally just not doing this protest. Well, I'm sorry, but how can people get overhyped up? Yeah, we signed Ben White for 50 million. Yeah, he's a decent signing. I get that. He had a good performance, yeah, on Sunday. But still, we need more than that. And I say this every single time, and I say it again. We need a right back. We need a goalkeeper. We need a midfielder. We need a backup striker. Yeah, we need players to come in that can get us back into Europe and get our football club back. Yeah, why can't we not protest before the Chelsea game? Why did we not? The second game, right, of the season, the first home game. Why don't we protest that week? Yeah, 22nd is Chelsea. Yeah. The 19th of August should be a protest day on a Thursday. Why don't we not protest that day and try and get the conkies out? Why do we not protest? Literally. And what's going on with this Daniel Ike situation?
Right. Well, no. Hold the phone. No, wait.
Can you sign my correct me for that?
Don't say there's nothing. I just looked this up. Conky.
No, he's doing my research wrong, you know.
Yeah, mate. Because if you're gonna say there's nothing going on, you might need to look at it.
Hey, Luca, quick question: are you wearing an Italy shirt?
Yeah, I'm half Italian, mate. By the way.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Well, your name was so obvious.
The fuck if you could wear that on?
Must be half Italian. I mean,
Still
Luca.
fucking hurts, mate. What are you doing? That still hurts. What the hell?
Yeah. Still, you should be wearing that. I don't want to see that. Not just yet.
No, I'm not changing.
No, fair enough. You said it was half Italian.
I'm not changing
mate.
Right. In terms of the Kroenke situation with the Daniel Ix, Dan Kroenke's £700 million US court case can help accelerate Daniel Ix's usual Arsenal takeover bid.
That's not going to get rid of Kroenke, mate.
Wait. Let me finish.
You're right, Luca.
Arsenal fans have received a much-needed boost as interest. Daniel Ike has received encouragement in his takeover bid of the Gunners as the Kroenke suffer major problems. Speaking back in May, I've secured the funds. I want to bring this as a very compelling offer to the owners, and I hope they hear me out. We all know that. In spite of the first bid being rejected, Eck is telling people close to him that a twist in the court case concerning Gunners owner Kroenke has increased his chances of eventually landing the club. Billionaire Busman Kroenke and son Josh, who both own a sporting empire in the US, they do obviously not want to sell up in North London. However, the latest developments with their NFL franchise, the LA Rams, could take the decision out of their hands. The Los Angeles-based football teams, plus owners, plus others are being sued by the City of Louise in a case which could mean that the American businessman pays £700 million in compensation. This would obviously help Daniel Ike's chances of getting, because it means he'll have to try and sell up to try and sort of recover the cost. This is why about being a debt-free asset. This is the whole thing we've been talking about with the Kroenkes all along, right? They wanted to making Arsenal a debt-free asset. So if any of the things like this turns up, right? If anything like this turns up, then they can use Arsenal to sell off to reclaim the money they've lost. I don't think that is gonna do it though, but you never know. With a £2 billion bid, you never know.
It's not gonna happen.
It's gonna be
$2 million.
next week,
King 2 billion.
Tony.
It's gonna have to be
King,
2 billion.
it's gonna be next week, King Tony, and I'm trying to see
if I
can get another Brentford fan on as well.
It's definitely not gonna be.
Yeah, I need to speak to you about that. I need a Brentford fan on my channel as well. So.
All right. Okay. I'm stubborn.
Go back to that comment that Nitesh said, please.
I'll get to it in a minute. I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn. I'm a stubborn little mank. Once I have thought in my mind, it won't. That's for damn sure. I don't blame you one bit, Maisie. The Glazers are money-grabbing twats like any other American owner. Like Cronky, yeah. Maisie, you're definitely stubborn. She's definitely stubborn. Meant to be invested in the club, but we are actually losing money having them. How people think the Glazers are amazing makes my skin crawl. Not a fan in my eyes. Oh, yeah, definitely. I would say that about Arsenal with the Conkeys. Can't believe you are still wasting on that
say wasting time, but
trend. These websites are still talking about because fans are unhappy. Mate, I'll talk about anything that's relating to Arsenal, mate.
Yeah, I agree with Natesh. He's just making a point that it's just all PR. It's just it's a full circle now because you know what's happened. Like, I'll tell you about this, Stephen.
Look,
basically,
but if someone's I get that, but if they're being sued £700 million, it could the fact that they might recover the cost by selling the club for $2 billion, meaning they get 1.3 billion back to recover the cost. I don't think that's going to be it though, but I'm not saying that's going to be it. We're going to have Daniel Week take over, but it could encourage him to make another bid. Well, what do you want? Do you want to sit here and just waste away with your clunky?
But he's not. Yeah, but you do realise, right? It doesn't work out straight away, right?
But then some Arsenal fans. Well, we all know the Arteta in fans. They all want Cronky to stay because they know Arteta stays with him.
That's the problem.
Because you really think Daniel Week. You really think it's Daniel Week. You really think it's Daniel Week. You really think if Daniel Week came
fans, right?
They don't know what they want, boys.
These Arsenal
even there's some Arteta fans that don't even know what they want.
These Arsenal fans,
Cronky out,
right? Well, do not want Cronky out, yeah. Yeah, they're on about Arteta, yeah. And I see on Sunday people were made one chant at the stadium, right, about we want Cronky out, yeah. If they want Cronky out,
that's pathetic.
Right? Hear this, yeah. People can click this if they want, yeah. If they want Cronky out, then why don't they not do the protest? Why was there 100 and 200 fans at the end of the season? Why was there 100 fans? Yeah,
exactly.
There was a lot more than that. The first protest.
It was.
No, not the protest that
there was on the 23rd of May.
When?
I was there. Remember.
We'll talk about the protest. I did tell you. I'll talk about the protest. I did tell you to go to. That would have
eventually I did go to the protest. I had 100 people watching.
Yeah, but anyway, anyway, it's not really about that anyway.
No, it's not.
Matter. But the actual message you're trying to put out. But like, what I'm saying is that if the Cronkies go, Arteta goes. If Daniel Week comes in, you really think with the backing of Vieira, Bergkamp, and Henry, them three are going to let Daniel Week keep Arteta at this club?
Vieira can't know anything coming. This
is why I see some Arsenal fans that don't mind Cronky staying in. Because it means Arteta stays in the job. And that's a fact.
Wait,
it's stupid.
Like
Where
I said,
the
they don't know what they want. The Arsenal fans don't know what they want. They don't know what they want.
What's WRT? WRT?
With, I think.
Oh, with Arteta.
I could be wrong.
Mate,
maybe you meant with or with.
You think I'm being optimistic about Arteta? Get real.
He's saying that you're optimistic about the Cronky selling.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'd love to be optimistic with that because I want my club back. So why? Is that a crime?
No. The Cronkies are shite.
So yeah, I think every Arsenal fan should be trying to be
the poisonous scumbags.
But the problem is that none of these Arsenal fans have got the stomach or the energy to try and get this lot out. They haven't.
True.
I just assassinated them personally.
They've given up. So
So what did you say, Tio?
He ain't going anywhere anyway. He's not going anywhere anyway anytime soon. You do realise, right? Daniel Woodgate, right, he's trying to buy this club. You really think he actually wants to buy this club? Because it's gone very quiet, yeah? It's gone really, really, really quiet. Towards the end of the season, right, it was really hotting up. It doesn't take straight away to bring an owner in straight away like that. This takes months.
It doesn't take months. This takes years.
Yeah, at least 2 to 3 years.
Could even take 5 years. You never know, Luca.
Might even take 5 years. You don't even know.
Well, as I said to you, Stephen, I won't be surprised if the Cronkies sell in 5 years' time. I guarantee that will happen.
They could sell in 5 years'
because they're under no pressure to sell.
Of course they're not. Why would they be under pressure to sell? The only reason they're under pressure to sell is if they have to pay £700 million in compensation. This is that sort of thing that puts pressure on them. This is what I'm saying. If you stop spending money on them, put Arsenal in the red. That'll get their attention.
Yeah.
They'll start listening then. If you stop buying the merchandise, for example, stop, because that's how they've been able to cover the cost from the match days. So if you stop spending all the merchandise, because there's no other way they've been able to do it, right? And you know how much merchandise they sell.
Don't qualify for Europe.
For every game we do, if you keep on at the same thing, which is you sit there and you don't buy any merchandise because that's what they've been doing to recover the match day cost, right, from the ticket, then I'm telling you, right, that will get their attention. That will put them under pressure.
Yeah.
That puts them under pressure.
Yeah, but the thing is, if people buy the kit in 5 years' time, Stan Kroenke's not going to go anywhere in 5 years' time.
No, it does put pressure on them, Luca, because it puts Arsenal in the red. Because then all of a sudden, no, it does.
It does.
I say 5 years because Kroenke has actually spent money. So
yeah,
Luca, it does because they either have to spend or fuck off.
They have spent.
They have to invest in the club.
They've spent it on the wrong players. Arteta and Edu are in charge of the transfers, yeah? Okay? If they want to spend, go and get me James Maddison. Go and get me Hossam Aouar. Go and get me Sam Johnson. Go and get me Onana. Go and get me a Max Aarons. Go and get... If that is showing ambition, yeah? Not being linked with players like Aaron Ramsdale, yeah? That is not ambition. Yeah?
I like Nitesh's comment.
No.
That's a good comment by Nitesh.
What I'm saying is Arsenal are not going to get the money spent from the Cronkies, right?
We've got the money. Kroenke is the seventh richest owner.
Hang on. And unless we put our Arsenal in the red, not the black, in the red, right? We will not put pressure on them to either spend on this club or get them to fuck off. Because they'll have no choice. They'll have two choices to make. Put money in this club.
Saying that they're
gonna... spend money in this club that gets us back to the top, or fuck off.
Yeah, but Stephen,
if you want us to get back to the top, if you want, all right, you say your say first, and I'll say my say. Go on.
Steve versus Luca, round 27. Ding ding. Okay.
But anyway, I'll just quickly read this up to you before I say it. Prefer Kroenke spending over Daniel coming in and struggle to make big. No. Not after what he's done to this club.
Get him on.
No. I'm sorry. No. Kroenke needs to go. I don't care who it is. He could be fucking me with 10 quid. I don't care. Right? No, this guy needs to go. He's dragged this club through the dirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course he has.
I don't care if Daniel Weeks only got 2 billion or only 3 billion. Right? It's the fact that Kroenke's put us through the shit. Every Arsenal fan should
the only thing that will definitely change my mind about the Cronkies is because they're just hiring people and they're just letting them do their job. I would have more respect for them if they actually fire all the frauds in the boardroom because they're just sitting back and letting everyone do their job. So, but if they actually bother to fire all the frauds in their boardroom, including
They don't
Edu,
even know they're being frauds.
then yeah, I would have respect for them. But until that happens, well, yeah, we're stuck with them.
Anyway, Jiho, you were saying, man. You were saying.
Yeah, like the thing you said with putting the club in the red. No fan will do that because they're delusional enough to keep buying. No one will stop buying merch. No one will do that. Well, a few might,
right,
but not the entire billion of fans. I agree. He needs to go, but I mean, I agree he needs to go, but no fan will put us in the red. That's something that will never happen.
Unless it's a joint effort.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You might reach out to 1,000 people, and how big is our fan base? 20 billion? Okay, that's enough for exaggeration, but you get my point.
So it's like I'm never buying an Arsenal shirt again then.
I haven't. And boys, you guys and the live chat, I haven't bought a single Arsenal shirt for 7 years. So at least I've done my contribution.
Well, that's the thing.
Respect to me.
I'm for Arsenal terms. I don't care. Why? I don't care if people say, "Well, it's not going to make a difference." I don't care.
I agree. At least if you made your contribution.
You stick
what
to
matters
your.
is you,
if you value saying that I don't want to put money in Cronky's pocket, then don't spend money on the club. Then you stick to what you say. If you say you don't want to put money in Cronky's pocket, you don't spend money on the club. End of.
Look, I've made no contribution to Arsenal for more than 7 years, and I'm proud that I've made no contribution whatsoever. So at least I know I've done my contribution. So yeah,
I stopped from this season onwards.
Well done.
I just buy kits and everything from unofficial stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, that they still end up giving you a certain amount to the club.
Yeah, but it's less than if you buy it from like Arsenal Direct. Way less.
Also, other clubs like Chelsea, City, Liverpool, etc. If they really have a hard on for a player, they will slap the money down on the table for that player. We fuck about until we have no chance of it. Absolutely, man. By the way, I did put the link in the chat if people wanted to just come on and bang and fuck out of each other. So
I forgot to say this, by the way, but on the left, I see Martinez coming to this club because he wants to play in the Premier League and no other Premier League club is interested. So I'd love to see him. He might.
Highly unlikely, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
look, I would love to have Lautaro Martinez, but yeah, it's going to take a lot of hard work for Arsenal to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of hard work.
I just hope that no other club will be interested.
Yeah, same.
Probably will. You know what Arsenal are like. We start it off and everyone else buys them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Steven, we've got 5 players that have 1 year left on their contract and we still can't sell them or send them out on loan. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Arsenal midfielder Xhaka close to agreeing a new deal.
Oh.
That's the end of that then.
Oh, don't get me started with Granit Xhaka, seriously.
It's done. It's done now.
Yeah,
he's signed.
I really want to debate about Granit Xhaka, but
he already has 2 years left on his contract and now he's going to get a 3-year extension. It's just, 2025.
Yeah, he's getting a new deal.
He's basically going to retire at Arsenal.
He is.
Good grief. This club's gone backwards.
Arsenal transfer rumours. Martinez is now this next report saying Martinez is off, and
my God.
Yeah, what a
Martinez
surprise!
Is off.
The contrast in media for you.
No.
Arsenal, they never learn. They never learn. Arsenal Football Club, they never learn.
No, it's just the media
We never
stirring
learn.
things up.
We never learn.
They love Granit Xhaka. They love Hector Bellerin. They love Kolasinac.
Yeah.
He's just a bodyguard for the club.
Trying to find anything from Romano. What's Romano said? Granit Xhaka, new contract
I only listen to
Arsenal will be
Romano
until
boys.
2025 with an increased salary. I'm quite confirmed and completed with
I
his
saw that.
agents. It has been confirmed and completed with his agents after Roma talks collapsed. It will be announced very soon.
I hope not. If Xhaka had any common sense, he would say, "No,
it's done.
F this, I'm going to Roma."
It was done.
It's done.
Right,
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
Well,
Can I
once
say,
it's official.
Can I say one thing about Xhaka, and then I let you lot move on with your next topic?
Oh,
The
Yeah,
thing
go,
is,
Luke.
what I want to say is, the thing is
I'll
with
move
Granit
on when I
Xhaka,
want to.
yeah, right. The thing is with Granit Xhaka, right?
Gentlemen.
We're the most
Obviously, Luca.
commonest football club, right? Any football club you name out of the 19 football clubs, if they wanted to get rid of Granit Xhaka, they could have easily got rid of him for Roma. But no, he wanted to go, yeah? But Arteta convinced Granit Xhaka to stay, yeah? This is the problem with Arsenal Football Club, yeah? One of the reasons why Xhaka didn't want to stay, he convinced him to stay, yeah? That's exactly the same thing. When Unai Emery was in charge, right, in his second season, Granit Xhaka, he was that close of going to Hertha Berlin. This is the same.
No, he wasn't. No. That was when
No, he
Arteta was in
wasn't. He was-
charge.
no,
That was
whoa,
as soon as
no,
Arteta came in. That's when it happened.
Yeah.
It was January last year.
Emery wanted him to go.
Luca, it was January last year. Hold on. January last year, Xhaka was very close to joining Hertha Berlin, but it didn't happen because Arteta persuaded him to stay.
Exactly what I just said. Yeah.
No, you said Unai Emery.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
But what I mean is, I didn't phrase it right. The thing is, when Unai Emery, right, when he got sacked that game against Frankfurt, he wanted to get rid of Granit Xhaka. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Xhaka was on the verge of going to Hertha Berlin. Then Arteta convinced him to stay.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. But
No, that's fine.
That's fine. No, we'll call that.
I'm not arguing.
Of course not. But no, but what I'm trying to say is, what are your thoughts on that? Because technically, we know he's not good enough. And ever since he's been at the club, we've not qualified for the Champions League.
Yeah.
And this is quite worrying, isn't it, Static? It's quite worrying because what does he offer at this football club? What does he do? People are saying, right? I was watching Lee Gunner's video yesterday, and he went absolutely off the roof, yeah? And I agree.
Me too. I love that.
He was saying, right?
Everything he said, bang on.
Our fans, right, are so happy and toxic with Granit Xhaka, yeah? What does this guy do, yeah? Right? DT fell in love with Granit Xhaka at the time, yeah? He was saying there were some games where we actually needed Granit Xhaka.
Right, Don't get me wrong. I respect Lee Gunner. Right? I do like his content. I do watch him. And I respect the help he's given to me and the support he's given to me on my channel. Just one thing that really just winds me up. He says about Kroenke out, but then he's gone and bought the shirt.
You know, he used to be Kroenke out several years ago, man. He used to go to protests, but because the fans are not consistent, that's why he's given up. And I don't blame him.
To your morals, man. If you say you don't,
no, you're being too harsh on him, man. But fair enough.
No,
you said
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's not all black and white, my friend.
I know it's not all black and white. Maybe it's just me being, because I'm partial autistic, so maybe it's me just seeing the black and the white of it. But I stick to. I'm that sort of guy. If I say I'm not going to spend money on the club because I want. At least he
actually came out. I'm saying. I just want to say, at least he came out and said 7 years ago he did actually protest. He did actually protest.
Yeah, right. That's
but
fine.
Where
that's
was everyone else? Nowhere.
That's not a problem. But look, if I'm just that sort of guy. If I say I'm Kroenke out, I won't spend any money on him. Simple.
Yeah, but you know, he did say if you're doing that, good for you. Well done. Keep doing what you're doing because everyone's different.
Yeah, fine.
We all have our own way.
I'm not having a pop at him. I'm not having a go at him. If anyone says that, I'm not having a go at him.
Yeah, same.
Guys, Xhaka has the most passes into the final third or last season in the entire Premier League. Doesn't that say something? At least he's prone to mistakes. Everyone in this squad is, but he has this he has his best qualities as well, and his best qualities are better than his liabilities, in my opinion.
I have to disagree with that. 42 yellow cards, 3 red cards in the league only in 5 years.
We've got the worst.
But
I
I hear what
the guy
you're
who's
saying.
committed
Theo, I hear what
the
you're
most
saying.
mistakes since he's turned up. I don't accept him as a good footballer. I don't care. If people say he's been one of our best midfielders, well, that shows like how shit our that shows how shit our midfield is. And if you think that's acceptable, that just shows how low your standards are.
If his discipline record was 100% clean, I would totally agree with Tiho. But yeah,
it's not acceptable. Not on any way, shape, or form.
His defending is shit. I agree with that, but his passing is. He's the best passer in the squad, I'd say.
Don't mention passing after that Burnley pass. Don't even. Don't even.
Yeah.
Then
okay.
there's the pass. Then there's the pass.
Passes to our own players. Passes to our own players. Then.
Yeah, but he fucked up that one. That he cocked it up and Tielemans took the ball.
Being a central midfielder is the hardest job in the world. I mean, Tio, you only have to look at the Dutch national team. I mean, I look at Wijnaldum. He's attacking and defending. You know, I would love to have him at Arsenal, but yeah. Oh well.
I'd say goalkeeping is the hardest.
This would be more of a laugh. Funny.
Yeah, fair enough.
Funny.
Yeah.
Chris Romano. I don't even want to know about Tottenham. Fuck Tottenham.
No, can't be asked to talk about them.
Fuck Tottenham. Tomorrow actually is
I would have taken Christian Romero.
What preview we got
Lucky
for tomorrow?
Tottenham.
What preview we got for tomorrow? We've got Liverpool's previews tomorrow. So brilliant. We've also got an audit stream at 4 p.m. as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we get to see how much we've raised and all that going to charity. And then Heart of the Press show as well. Loads of things. That's going to be a general debate about who's ready for the league, who isn't.
We all know who's going to be ready for the league anyway. But...
Well, we already know that. So, well, we know who already isn't. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I'm sure there's. Is there anything else anyone wants to mention?
No.
Hey, what's the comedy show? Leicester said I'll die.
Yeah,
check the comments, Stephen.
Garlic bread, garlic, and bread.
Chris,
nobody can get Peter K on a screen, yard.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Everyone, zip, right? Leave it out now. It's enough. Leave her alone. She's made a mistake. Leave it out.
No, I'm not having a go at Maisie. I'm not having a go at Maisie. It's just become. Sorry?
Well, who else you doing it to then?
I ain't talk MU.
Yeah, but he didn't burn any garlic bread, did he?
Yeah, but I'd even forgotten she'd burnt it. It's just become a standard greeting between us lot now. Fridges.
No. You're getting mucked up in your own mind here. No.
As what Tiho said, we are the fridge gang, or the fridge friends.
I don't even know if she's in the chat, mate. I don't even know if she's in the chat.
It's not.
Macy's probably on a Manchester United flipping channel.
No, she's not. She's taking a rest. So leave it there.
Too much garlic bread. Sorry.
Talk, is he talk MU? Back me up here, talk. Back me up, mate.
No, talk. Back him up. We're going to have problems.
Wait till we nick James Maddison and then Leicester fans will be crying.
Don't back him up.
Hey, talk.
Garlic bread.
I'll be down Leicester's
garlic and bread.
I'll be down Leicester's training ground.
See this is going for the screen right now. You want to come for the screen right now. But crack.
Garlic bread.
So have you all got your box of tissues ready in case he signs?
Yeah. In case who signs?
Madison.
Mine's.
Hey.
Oh.
Mate, if James
Come
Madison
on,
comes,
Chris,
I'll be that
Chris.
first person.
How's your garlic? How's your garlic bread talk?
I'll be that
Chris.
first person down the training ground.
Chris, I thought you were talking about Xhaka.
Right, can I just say, if I bring garlic bread up, it's nothing to do with Maisie at all. It's just a joke about garlic bread.
Got to do with?
It's me. Garlic bread. Garlic
Calm
bread.
down.
Really? And
Calm down,
why
Stephen.
we'll talk about garlic bread then.
Just garlic bread, mate. It's garlic bread.
Really?
Like garlic and
Why?
bread. You don't put garlic and bread together in the north of England.
Garlic.
It's totally alien to us.
Me think Steve is defending a bit much here.
Yeah, get down.
I'm
Get
not.
down.
Does
Get
mean
down.
protesting too much, Chris?
Are you looking forward to Thursday, guys?
Yeah, I'm buzzing, man. 9:30, man. I'm buzzing for that.
I've invited.
Thursday?
It's the How Sad Are Arsenal Fans show.
Oh yeah.
Very sad.
Talk about
having
James Madison. Yeah, I might have to persuade Madison to come to Arsenal. Might have to sneak Leicester's training ground. And
Yeah,
Can I just say, pay the money, you can have him. It's not a problem. Who's that guy that writes that? Who's the Arsenal guy that writes the stuff?
Chris Wheatley.
Chris Wheatley. I've invited him on. See if he's got the bottle to come on and defend what he says.
I'm still waiting for him to come on my channel as well. So
He won't because he's a journalist and
He ain't coming on.
No, he won't because he hasn't got the balls to come on and back up what he's saying. Because he heard these rumours from some cleaner somewhere.
Get rid of the thumbnail.
Chris, that's why Fabrizio Romano has been on your channel and Stevens because, well, he actually backs everything he says.
Fabrizio, he's a realist.
And don't get me wrong, journalists for the Leicester Mercury are just Leicester Mercury, I tell you what, it is
He's one of a kind,
it's just
Romano.
clickbait. It is a waste of time now. It's all they do. I tell you what, they were actually quoting things off my chat with Fabrizio and putting it out as news in the paper.
Chris, they're getting desperate now. They're getting desperate.
Yeah, I mean that's how bad the papers are these days. I believe Fabrizio. And like I say, guys, look, if you get
the quote
Madison,
you, the quote Stephen.
good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Against Leicester. We'll score against Leicester.
As long as you pay us for him, we'd have made money on him.
As long as Leicester don't do it, Brighton start asking and demanding money. Because Leicester
70 million. You've got to come up with 70 million. If Maguire was 80, you think you're going to get Madison for under 50?
Player, mate.
Chris, I do agree with you.
Do you want to put me in, Chris?
Chris, I agree with you because you're right about one thing. If Arsenal want a player so badly, just go and get him. I mean, that's what they did with Ben White. Like, they paid too much, but look, they wanted the player.
One at a time.
I respect Arsenal for that. Well done.
One at a time.
Man United, and Talk will back me up on this, wanted Maguire, and we said 80 million. And they said, we'll give you 60. Yeah. And we went, no, we want 80. And they said, we'll give you 70. And we went, no, we want 80. And eventually they paid us 80. But it took them 4 or 5 weeks to get to that point. Any player is, look at Harry Kane, 100 million. Any player is available for the right amount of money. But we don't want your cast-offs. We don't want any of your bit part players that aren't good enough to get into your team, so we wouldn't be good enough to pick the shit up off the pitch off our team. So don't be throwing any of these players in. We don't want them. But if you come to us with a proper, decent offer, we're not going to say we're not going to sell him. I'd be stupid. I mean, all this sort of joking and banter aside about whether he'd walk barefoot on broken glass to get to you, fine. But at the end of the day, every player's got the price, and if you match that price, you will get him. It's as simple as that.
I'm mostly frustrated with Arsenal just because, like, not just they focus way too much on one player, but it's like, well, okay, what about the other players? Like, let's just wait and see what happens with this one. Why don't you ask the other 2 players you want to go for? Like, why does it always have to be one player when you could go for 3 players at the same time?
I want to ask you, Static.
Why sell for one when you could get 2 or 3 new players?
And Stephen,
I'm sick of Arsenal doing that. Sorry.
What's the biggest draw for players now when it comes to Arsenal? Is it that they're going to sign for Arsenal, or is it that they're going to a central London-based club?
Both. Arsenal, London.
Both.
No. I'm not asking you for both. That wasn't the question.
Arsenal,
no. I said it's one or the other.
Answer your question, Tor.
No. It's one or the other.
it's definitely
Good
both.
question.
Sorry.
No, it's not.
Definitely both.
It's not though.
I can't
It's
answer
not.
both.
It can't be both. It can't be both for me.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think for me, a majority of them right now is they're looking at the wages. Then they're thinking, you know what? Yeah, this is London. This is, these are young. Don't forget, these are young players up there that we're talking about here. They've got a lot of money. There's a lot going on in London. Then there's then after that for me it becomes okay. Oh yeah, this is Arsenal. It's not the other way around, which it should be the other way around. It should be, whoa, Arsenal. And then, oh shit, I'm on top of that, yeah. I can go there in London and have a great time. Loads of restaurants, loads of great shopping, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've seen it. And but it's not that way for me. I don't know what you think, Chris.
To be honest with you, Rise, you'd be able to get that at Leighton Orient, wouldn't you? a club that's in London that you can go and do great shopping down. I've just been on Send Them Off podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 words, Leighton Orient.
Yeah, but they don't play in the Premier League, do they?
Put it in one word.
Off. No, I've just been on the Send It Off podcast and talking to a couple of guys on there, and
what did they send you?
The only people that seem to think, and no disrespect, guys, but the only people that seem to think Arsenal have still got a name and are still considered a Big Six club are Arsenal fans, and I get that it's your own club. But you are where Liverpool were for many years. You can only trade on the name for so long. You will get back there. You will get back into the top 4 at some point, whether it's under Arteta or whether it's under a different manager. Who knows? You will be back there eventually. Of course you will, because you are a decent-sized club. But at the moment, you are nothing special.
Yeah. The big six is based on history mainly. We've been 2 seasons out of the top 6 in 25 seasons. We're a big six club if you want to accept it or not.
I mean, what gets me is as a Leicester fan, and I think I speak on behalf of every other club outside of Arsenal, Tottenham. You think you've got it bad. You've been 25 years. You've been in Europe. You've missed out for 1 season. You finished 10th. Oh, pass me a hanky. When you've gone down to the bottom of the table, 3rd tier of football, when your club's gone out of business and you've had to try and raise money, then you can cry like you lot are crying at the moment. But when I called you prima donnas the other day and drama queens, that's how you come across. And I don't think you realise that is how you are coming across to the rest of the footballing world.
There's a big difference, because we're meant to be fighting for the championship spaces, and now we're finishing 8th consistently. There's a big difference. Footballers of serious.
Yeah, FC racism must stop. I agree with that.
Sometimes he's going to stop.
I know what he's on about. I'm not this.
Talk, you there?
Well, yeah. Why? What's up? What's up? Oh,
I hear an echo.
Hey, you done that? Get out of it! Don't.
It's because King Tony put on this. Look. Oh, sorry. I'll behave now. I'll be tuning on Thursday. On Merseyside, the Liverpool Echo talk nonsense when it comes to football, and don't get me started on the Sun.
No.
Yeah, I'll get your point on that one. Arsenal will want Maddison for 60 million and £1.
Oh, not that again.
Not under Arteta, Chris. Liverpool went 30 years without a league title after dominating the 80s. Since Klopp came in, he's got them back up there competing for titles again. Thought my ears were, but look, they kept mentioning garlic bread,
well done,
so I was trying to defend you, mate.
I thought Stephen would start smiling now for some reason.
Chris came on and started talking about garlic bread, right? Then Talk came on as well and do it as well. So I was there trying to defend your Your Honour.
But it was nothing to do with Maisie.
Yes,
She's not the only person. She's not the only person that does garlic bread.
Don't lie. Right?
Maisie,
Oh,
it's not
come
the
on,
only thing that's
Stephen.
Tony, don't get me started on you as well. Just leave it out.
Get those rose-tinted spectacles off, Stephen.
What rose-tinted spectacles? What you fucking rose-tinted spectacles, right? Right, there's only been one situation we've now started talking about garlic bread for some reason. Shush. God. I wonder how
Lovely,
wrapped this up with you.
Trust the process. You've joined as well, Chris. Nice job.
You're obsessed with that car, Chris.
You see how
I save that now. I'm going to have it laminated and save it for the whole season.
No.
No, it's not my. No. It's not mine. It's not mine at all. Don't know what you're on about. Yeah. So, are Arsenal ready for it? No, not in any sense or form. For this season, I'm not looking forward to it.
They're never ready.
Tiho. I'm going to go from up to down, and so go start with Tiho. Where are Arsenal going to finish this season?
Oh God. Well, it's really a contrasting point of view. We either finish 8th again, or lower even, or we finish top 5, top 6. So I'll go with. I'll say 6th.
Yeah. Okay. Luca.
1 second. 10th.
Ooh.
It's a. Okay.
Not going to explain
10.
what 10.
That's a bit pessimistic.
I thought mine was bad. He's burning on the garlic bread.
That's what I thought.
Everyone
Arsenal
thinks
finish bottom. 7th is where I think you guys will finish. Everything burns of me apart from the garlic bread. No, just the garlic bread burns. No, just
You can get cream for that, Maisie.
Fucking hell.
Oh God.
Hold on, I missed. What I missed?
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
No, the garlic bread wasn't as bad as that.
The cream was
What did I miss? Hold on,
What are you laughing about?
Luca, he said cream. Chris said cream. Cream with garlic.
Cream and bread. Cream and bread. You don't put cream on fucking bread, do you? Beelzebub.
That's what Stephen gets. Yeah.
Chris, you brought your sledgehammer with you today. I see.
I thought the poor girl was in pain, so I thought, you can get Vagisil,
I don't like your name, Chris. I don't like your name.
You swing at bang.
Where's this conversation gone, man? Fucking hell. But now you're talking Vagisil. Do you know what? They put that advert on at fucking tea, Sam. You sat there having your tea. You sat there having your tea. Some fucking voice comes on the telly and goes, "Hey, have you got an itchy, flaky, fucking smelly snatch? If so, you should try washing it a bit more often, you dirty bastard." No way.
The problem is it usually follows the Hellman mayonnaise advert, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh God. Oh mate. Oh. Batter. The old doodah batter. Not heard that one for a while.
Yeah.
Garlic bread.
Yes, garlic bread, Luke. You like garlic bread?
All right.
Do you have garlic bread in your fridge?
No.
No. Luca, don't try it. There's only one person. That's why I put the clip there. Oh my god! Right, where was I? Talk. Where do you think Arsenal finish?
I think, well, I already said it. I think Arsenal and Leeds are going to battle it out 5th and 6th. That's where I see it. So either way, 5th or 6th, and for me.
Okay, so Chris, where do you think Arsenal will finish?
Serious little joking aside, I'd probably think about 6th, yeah.
Okay. Then lastly, Static, where do you think Arsenal?
Garlic bread.
Well, if Arteta stays the entire season, we're definitely going to finish 8th or lower. If he leaves at some point during the season, Arsenal will finish in the top 6.
Depends.
It all depends on how long Arteta's lasted in his job. It all depends on his when he goes.
I don't know which one's telling the truth.
Those are my two scenarios.
I mean, you've got two blokes at the door. I'll ask one of them a question. I don't know if he's telling the truth.
Telling the truth.
What do I ask? What do I ask? What do I ask? What question should I ask? I watched it, mate. It was funny. Static's like, wait a minute, you've lost me now.
What are you on about?
It's not about that thing last night. About the Carl Pilkington when that with Ricky Gervais on that animation.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it later.
It's funny though. I watched it. It was quality, man.
Yeah. How's your fridge, Tycho?
Tycho, what's going on in your fridge, mate? We need an investigation. I'm afraid.
What's in your fridge, Talk?
Yeah, what's in your fridge, Talk?
In my fridge, I've got some goo cheesecake. I've got some chocolate tarts from M&S. I've got cans of Coke. I've got butter, Mexican cheese. Oh, mate, let me tell you something now. Mexican cheese kicks ass.
Maisie, as long as it's only, all I will say, Maisie, if the post you've got coming up, as long as it's only your ears.
King Tony. Yeah, adverts are so personal nowadays. Yeah, if someone comes up to you in the middle of the street with one of them clipboards, hey, just ask you if you take a moment of your time. Yeah, can you do one?
I found one of Maisie's tweets on an Instagram post.
That means
later, Mace. Later.
See Maisie.
Ricky Gervais. There it is. Never gets old. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we weren't talking about that, James, but okay.
What the fuck, Chris? What the fuck have you got there? What the fuck are you typing there?
Oh, it's gonna be a good name. Oh,
Magic, what?
Oh boy.
It's not how you fucking say it anyway.
what?
It isn't it? That's how you spell it, isn't it?
Look at his name. Look at Chris's name.
Lucas just confused.
Joking.
No, he's not joking. It's nice on toast, actually, Luke. You should try it.
I know.
I'll tell you what.
I'm gone, mate.
Yeah, Chris is gone.
Where's he gone?
He's getting rid of his. He's seen that on South Park.
Hey, Kenny, Benson, get the register on toast, Kenny. Register. Mom, Kenny, did the register.
Oh, fucking hell. He just went for some toast.
Yeah, man.
T-ho, talking tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, mate. Hey, do you know what? Tomatoes are a superfood, mate. Let me tell you that. Tomatoes, blueberries.
Tomato.
Yes, tell us more. Tell us more.
Blueberries. What?
Sorry.
Shut up, bitch.
No.
Yeah. I can't show. I'm talking to Tycho about tomatoes and blueberries and things. Superfoods. Dark chocolate is a superfood. Red wine.
Stephen. He's like, no.
Well, Stephen feels like he's in. This is like, do you know, Stephen? This is the screen test for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest 2. Mr. Quint. Hey, cheese lovers.
Man. Don't play like that.
Peter
please.
Griffin.
Copyright.
Yeah. Hey, Static, what do you think of Lois? Should have been a bit fancy, huh?
I nailed that last.
Do it again. Do it again.
We gotta wrap this up.
No, don't wrap it up yet, man.
You want more tomatoes?
Whoever's playing South Park in the background, can you turn it off, please? It's not
That's
funny.
Luca.
When you asked me to do that.
No, it's not funny. I don't want to get taken down for copyright.
Hey, Luca.
Right.
Stop it, Luca.
Don't do it on your channel.
Hey. Hey. Oh, dear. Now, Luca, don't be eating that on toast, mate, because it'll make your
this is why
mouth.
Maisie left now. You upset her.
What? 43 grams for $6.50, Chris. You robbing bastard. You robbing bastard.
Boots, no, that's Boots price, mate.
Exactly
That's Boots. I thought you'd do well in an Arsenal chat because they're pains in the arse as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got a pain in the arse with their manager.
Thank you.
Stephen needs.
Chris, that was a bad joke.
I'm not sure what's redder at the moment, Stephen's face or his shirt. You all right, Stephen? You get me worried.
Stephen's crying, mate.
Gonna pop. He going pop.
Behave, will ya?
You stole my clip.
I stole your clip. I had the clip first, mate. Yeah. You trying to imitate?
Davison Butthead.
Yeah.
Butthead with quality, man.
Anyway, we're gonna have to leave it there. This is why you should subscribe to this channel because it's just chaos.
Yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's carnage. It's beautiful.
Yeah, if everybody subscribes, I'll get Lewis to do a full frontal on the
No.
Yes, it's going to happen.
I'm subscribing, not desubscribing.
It's going to be a full.
Fuck off. Shush.
You're gonna be a fool, see?
Yeah.
He's a total fool, see?
Why am I getting echo? Why is there an echo?
You're gone, Talker.
Why is there an echo?
Love it.
I could do a
yeah, do it again.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
You're gonna wait and see it.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Unmute me, ain't me. I never echo.
Yeah, it's you, Chris.
What?
I hear an echo now.
Yeah, the echo.
I can hear an echo. See?
Yeah, I hear an echo. I can hear it.
What? Not me.
I can hear an echo, see?
Yeah, it is an echo. It's done now. It's gone.
It was a fan. It wasn't an echo. It was my fan.
Anyway, we're going to leave it there.
Chris, you've changed your name again.
Right, we're going to leave it there.
She stalks me. You know, what can I do? I let her in. It's cold out.
You one dirty bastard. You one dirty bastard. Stop
Talk.
it. Leave it out. Dirty bastard.
Talk. You're acting.
Tony, I like that one, mate. Tycho's tomatoes. We're back to the anal cream then, aren't we?
Yeah. Acting like a fool, see? I can't do it as good as you. It's funny that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Fucking mint.
That's one of my all-time favorite quotes. Just that's what I do. American
Read the message, Talk.
What message?
What message?
I'm trying to finish the show.
Shut up, Shane.
You can answer.
I can't see any messages.
No, on his banner. On his name banner.
Sorry.
His name.
I say that's looking mighty fine, boys.
Shut up.
Pretty legs.
I hope everyone's enjoying this in the live chat. Smash a like and subscribe to Steven's channel.
Yeah,
This
if
is
you want to
quality
join
stuff.
this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button.
It's
yeah, I'm gonna let
Squidward.
everyone go through their socials. So, unless Chris actually changes his name, then like we. So.
It's a new set.
If he wants to advertise his channel, I'd suggest he change his name very quickly.
If you're talking about fridges, mate, now that is one quality fridge right there. There's a new set. 270 LG.
Ice cooling.
Yes, that's right,
Anyway,
Tycho.
like
Anti-frost, frost-free tray for all your salad.
Yeah, it could. That's not exactly the name of your channel, is it, mate? Anyway, we'll go through everyone's socials anyway. Tiho, where can I find you?
You can find me in your grocery store, but that's not. In your fridge too, but doesn't matter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at the match reviewer. Yeah. It would be greatly appreciated if you could follow me. I just saw that, and you can find me on Steven's streams. Like and subscribe.
Big up
For more fridge
we
content.
are going to go to Static. Where can I find you, man?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, static__5. You can also find me on any Arsenal-related channel and Steven's channel. Also, I just want to say, if you want to follow me, you can, but you would be a fool not to follow me. Sorry, I say that. I love all you guys.
Talk. Where can I find you?
You can find me. Look there, see. Next to Static, see. Yeah, on Twitter. Talk. Fucking, I can't even speak now. I talk MU, and on this channel and like loads of other channels, Rich Sports, Man United Agenda, Boy United TV, all over the shop.
Luca, where can I find you?
Yes, find me on Twitter, Martinelli AFC. Please follow me on Twitter. I do trend on the Twitter quite a lot, and I do put a lot of tweets out about Arsenal. But on YouTube channel wise, please follow me on This Is Luca's Life. Currently, I checked my watch hours. We really need to get my watch hours up immediately. But other than that, we are on the road to 1,200 subscribers, and we're currently sitting on 1,112 at the moment. So, any content coming up this week? Yeah, I've got a stream coming out some point, and not about South Park, if that's what people think it is. But other than that, nothing much really. I'm just waiting for the season to start, and I'll bring out some match reviews and previews. Really, and that's about it.
Chris, where can I find you?
Luca, you're so
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. On Twitter at Leicester TID, on YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV. You can find me on virtually every single Arsenal fan chat going because it helps with my depression.
You can find him. Hold on.
Because nothing has made me laugh as much as the Arsenal fan this season.
Chris, you left somewhere. We can also find you.
Chris, I might find you on the Garlic Bread channel.
No, I wasn't going to go there. I was leaving Tycho's tomatoes out of it.
Look. Anyway.
Sorry, don't forget Thursday 9:30, Leicester Till I Die TV.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, you can find me obviously here on my channel, SFeatleyTV. We've got obviously green screen. Once you get it up, all working, get the lighting working properly, it will all work perfectly.
I definitely see a green screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
But once we get it all working and it works perfectly, we will be doing. We will be. If people
what have I done?
Shut up. We will be done. New season. There'll be previews, reviews, watch-alongs, other football watch-alongs, not just Arsenal as well, because that helps with my depression. Just loads of F1 content as well. Don't forget, it is the summer break, so there'll probably be less of it. But we've got the rest of the season when it comes back, which is at the end of August. And every time you view and you make sure you watch the adverts, you are helping raise money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. So make sure you check in, subscribe, subscribe, join the membership as well to donate a monthly fee to the charity. It really does help. So please do that now and get to 1.1k before we get any further. So yeah. Right. Until
Stephen,
then,
could I just say to everyone, best football charity YouTube channel ever.
Yeah, man, both sides, like,
big up. Oh,
big love to everyone in live chat as
if
well.
everyone, apparently there's the FCAs. Apparently, if everyone does want to view it as a charity channel, then go. I'm not too bothered, but if you want to do that, big up, do it. So,
what was that again? Say that again.
The FCAs.
What's that?
It's what Josh voted this for as a charity channel.
All right. Well, where do we find that?
Awards votes.
I don't know actually.
Need to find that so we can all get on there and get you on. Get you.
Yeah.
Send the link in the live chat, Stephen, and we can all vote on there on Twitter or anywhere on social media.
Okay.
So we can all vote for you, Stephen.
Chris, what happened to you, Chris? What's happened? You just bust your spring.
Yeah.
I think you just bust his wobble sprocket. Shane.
I thought I'd just go down for a bit.
Go down
I'll let you know.
I'm going to say this. Chris, you're going down, see?
He's going right down, Shane.
Down here.
By the way, I just want to apologise to everyone in the live chat. I created a monster from of talk. I've turned him into a monster now. I
like
blame
it,
myself
though.
for my
He was a monster before.
Now talk is hooked. He's obsessed.
Look, Shane. What do you see, Shane?
I've created a monster now. I apologise, everyone.
That's going to be my new saying now. You know that, Shane?
Yeah, I know. I blame myself now.
Chris, what's happened? Does it? Oh, he's got one of them fancy chairs that does all kinds of mad, like, vibrating stuff and that.
Oh, it does? Yeah, hang on a second. Hang on. Let me just...
Steven's very interested now. He's like, what?
I'm just going to put the vibrator on here, guys.
Yeah.
So spicy look like. Ooh, what's going on?
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice. Ooh. Where is it coming from? That? Oh,
yes.
Yes. Nice, Chris. I like it, man. All right, let's put him on full screen, Stephen. Let's make the most of this. That feels good.
I found.
Well, you found what you're looking at?
I found it.
Trust the process, Stephen. Look, the message is quite clear.
Trust the process.
Looks more like just a process or something.
I don't think the only process I trust is the process peas. Can't beat them. Apart from
There you go.
Guard.
Right, so here we go. Look, for everyone that hasn't seen it, it's here. The Football Content Awards. That's what they're called. So
the only process interesting is the fridge and the game.
That's what Josh voted us in. So if people do want to do that,
also everyone
if people want to do
the
that,
Football Content Awards.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, if people want to do that as vote me as a charity channel, then I'll be.
Get on it now, Stephen.
Appreciate it.
Is it in the live chat, Stephen?
Like I said, more important is you tune in and like get the views up because that raises money for charity. So that's the most important thing. So yeah, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and share and join your membership.
And don't forget, guys, Anus Soul, £4.
No. Right, see you later. Right, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m.
He's gone,
the
Chris
audit
gone.
stream. Until then,
Bye.
bye.
Shane.